Halo, selamat datang kembali ke DND Jakarta Cruise of Strahd bersama gue Rena dan kita udah 2 minggu lalu kita nggak main. Itu em, era tuh apa yang di pundak?
Raven.
Sure. But anyway, sesi ini kita mulai berempat dulu. Mudah-mudahan ntar Ata bisa join. As usual, kalau ntar Ata join kasih tau gue biar ntar gue rekamannya gue pause dulu. But 2 minggu nggak main, ready to play guys? Yep.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Let's go.
New player Woodies. I mean, minggu lalu udah kenalan sih, tapi ya tetap aja. Kok new
New
player?
PC.
Sorry, new PC.
New
Character Woodies, but minggu lalu kita udah kenalan sama karakter-karakter baru. Tapi sepertinya akhir sesi lalu ada sedikit ketegangan. Masih belum klop PC-nya. Tapi oke, sebelum kita mulai gue recap dulu apa yang terjadi 2 minggu lalu. Basically cuma perkenalan karakter baru, introduction masuknya gimana, dan buat update aja setelah PC lama tewas terbunuh sama Strahd dan Strahd ngamuk. Yang terjadi adalah satu, Valaki sekarang dikuasai oleh di Wachter karena Burgomaster sebelumnya ditemukan mayatnya di go ya begitu. Lalu berikutnya apa lagi? Dan tanah di sekitar tempat meninggalnya Irena sekarang berubah menjadi desecrated grounds, di mana kalau kalian traveling ke sana kalian bakal menghadapi kondisi extreme cold. Yang kalau misalnya kalian gagal saving throw di gain 1 level of exhaustion. And kalau setiap malam tuh sekarang di Barovia ada hantu jalan-jalan. Tapi di sana juga banyak hantu jalan-jalan, tapi kalau malam tuh specifically kalau malam ada hantu mulai berkeliaran di sekitar area situ. Kadang-kadang juga berkeliaran di sekitar jalan-jalan di sekitar situ, dan terlihatnya sih seperti kayak 2 minggu lalu gue lupa bilang kalau hantu yang berkeliaran ini kelihatannya seperti probably looks like an adventurer, like previous adventurers that were trapped in Barovia and failed to go out probably. So yeah, one of the new PCs actually saw the dead PC and it's kind of gruesome, but yeah. Dan buat selama terjadi ini, gue ingat aja nih 4 hari setelah ini, kalian 4 hari setelah Irena meninggal dan para PC baru, kalian dengan motivasi masing-masing kalian pergi ke the tower at the side of the lake to find information, to gather supplies, to meet some old faces probably. And then you talk, and then Xavier and Rictavio greet you. More talk ensues, and last time Rictavio said that you should talk inside the tower. So, I guess let's jump into tonight's session. So,
Dan,
yeah.
Before we start, kemarin kan gue bilang I unsummon Kafka, right? I think it would actually make more sense if Václav leave Kafka flying around the tower like he did last time. Would you allow that? Kalau enggak apa-apa sih, gue unsummon aja.
Probably sekarang kan posisi kalian karena kalian belum masuk benar-benar. Jadi I will say mungkin lu suruh dia ini aja.
Yeah,
Bisa
just watch. Karena kan I can see from his
nice kinda. Okay, so let's play the music that my national tavern music. Where is it?
okay.
Okay.
Not dead yet.
Yep. Okay, I don't know what happened to my Roll20 ini. Sebentar. Okay, my Roll20 yang buat di overlay lagi ini. So, okay, I'm going to remind you, you are here by the side of the tower. Okay, whoops. Wait, what happened in here? Buat yang nonton video tadi ada salah pencet, maafkan. Maaf, udah 2 minggu gue udah lupa cara pakai gue udah lupa cara pakai OBS, maaf ya. Ini kayaknya Ini kayak Roll20 semenjak di-update ada tombol naik modal segala macam, kok gue jadi bingung. Oke, sebentar. Aku garis sini. I will remind you that this is what the towers looks like. Where is it? I swear I prepared for this session, guys. Yeah, that's how it looks like. Sip. Oke, so now kalian dibawa masuk ke dalam. Dan buat kalian yang belum masuk, jadi pas kalian masuk kan kalian mesti ada semacam puzzle kecil yang it's not really that hard. Dan di dalam itu di tower di lantai paling bawah, kalian tuh lihat ada kayak semacam 4 gargoyle dari batu gitu yang pegang rantai. Dan Rictavio bilang, don't worry, this is just the elevator to get us to the top. Dan kalian masuk situ. Jadi di towernya itu elevator tuh cuma it's very small, so just 5 feet by 5 feet. Jadi kalian kayak mesti ganti-ganti naik ke atas, terus naik ke atas juga agak lama gitu.
Okay.
Agak lama.
We're going to be intimate.
Yeah.
Get physical.
Ya, kalian ada bertujuh, jadi agak kalau mau empet-empetan juga boleh. Tapi jelas kalian naik ke atas ini. Kalian naik ke atas towernya dan kalian sampai di lantai paling atas. So di top room it looks like, I mean, just imagine rooms of a professional monster hunter, I guess. So you see kayak ada di tengah ruangan tuh kayak ada meja, terus di atas meja tuh kayak ada katanya tuh kayak ada beberapa perlengkapan kayak botol-botol, terus ada lu lihat ada di dinding tuh kayak ada apa namanya itu peta Barovia, ada catatan-catatannya sih, kelihatan sih catatan Rictavio. I mean, Xavier, you have seen this before. Sama ada beberapa buku gitu yang di dalam what is Strahd in Indonesia, tapi kayak peti ya, bukan peti ya, koper-koper gitu. Dan setelah kalian masuk situ, trying to kayak coba ngeliat ini ada apa aja. Lu lihat si Rictavio sama Esmeralda, mereka sih kayak bisik-bisik sebentar. Dan setelah si Rictavio lihat kalian semua udah naik, dia bilang, and just says, welcome. I understand if all of you has questions, especially since I think one of you might be related to the others. Dia kayak ngeliatin ke arah Balvan sama Xavier, kok kelihatannya kayak ada something. But well, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Rictavio. As you can see, this is how I looks like, but when I go outside this tower, I usually use this guise. And if you ask, Rictavio is not my real name, but I prefer for you not to know. I am not from Barovia. I'm here to slay the vampire that resides in this land. I know that you have questions. I know that probably all of you wants to ask each other about your identity, but one of you, dia akan menunjukkan Bandura. One of you do not know what happened in this land, so I'm going to just give a quick recap to him if you don't mind. So basically si Rictavio bilang, kayak kasih tahu apa yang terjadi selama ini. Jadi kayak jelasin ke Bandura lah, kayak ini di mana Strahd siapa dan segala macamnya. And to most of you, mungkin kayak buat Václav, you already know about this information about Strahd, about the land, the lay of the land, why these adventurers are here. And for Balvan, you probably have already know about this as well because you have Ivan's memory. And for Raphael, Well, it answers some of your questions, perhaps. And after his explanation, he says then, and so, around 4 days ago, I believe that Xavier's and his friends, they have an encounter with Strahd, and unfortunately, all of them but Xavier survived the encounter.
Survive?
Only
All of
Xavier,
them,
sorry.
but Xavier.
Yeah. Only Xavier survived the
Oh, yeah.
encounter. Sorry. And there's been some change in the land. Maybe you have noticed that some part of the forest just is from this tower. It becomes very cold, and there are some ghosts roaming the land. And then I've heard rumors when I was in Valaki today that the crops in grass, well, they usually plants harvest. There will be no harvest in this month probably. Something happened. So basically dia bilang kayak tanaman-tanaman gitu kayak tiba-tiba layu. And I'm afraid that the land of Barovia bakal terjadi kelaparan dalam waktu dekat. And so I think it is kayak aku pakai bahasa Indonesia aja. Sepertinya ini bakal jadi, sepertinya kita semua sebentar. I swear that I prepare. Kenapa tiba-tiba gue jadi ini? Sorry ya. Maaf, saya bukan aktor profesional, bukan DM profesional, maaf.
Teres.
So basically dia bilang kalau melihat situasi seperti ini ada sebaiknya mungkin dia I don't know what's your goal. Maybe you just want to get out from this land. Maybe you want to avenge someone that you lost. But it seems that killing Strahd is our common goal. And since it seems that this land will suffer much more soon, I think it's best if we can get rid of him as fast as possible. And I do hope that all of you will join me and my friend, tunjuk ke Seville sama si Esmeralda, to kill the vampire. I do have some information about the vampire. Terus dia kayak ngeliat kayak bawa lu buat ngeliat ke arah petanya dia. Ntar gue kasih kalian handoutnya dulu ya. Okay, show to player. Okay. So basically lo let's ini basically the same map that you have, but dia ada kayak tambah-tambahan catatan-catatannya lagi. Kalau catatannya agak ngaco ya, agak susah. Tulisannya bisa kebacakan ya? Oke.
Yeah.
Sip. So I've have some conversation with Xavier, and then he and his party has met with Madame Eva, and Madame Eva, kita jelasin lagi Madame Eva siapa. Madame Eva help them to find some items that can help us to kill Strahd. So there is something that called the Tomb of Strahd, and I believe it has some information on how to kill the vampire. And it is clear that the tomb is in Argynvost. Udah jelasin lagi Argynvost itu apa, because assuming that si kalian kan harusnya nggak pada tahu kan Argynvost apa. So buat reminder aja, so Argynvost is a manor. Dia itu di kayak sekarang tuh tempat tinggalnya Revenant-nya The Order of Silver Dragon yang dulu pernah kesini buat berperang sama Strahd tapi kalah. And Strahd ngebantai semua paladinnya Silver Dragon dan juga ngebunuh ini Silver Dragon si Argent Fosshold, dan sekarang mereka jadi kayak Revenant gitu di Argent Fosshold. And well, I believe if the tomb is there, probably their leader Vladimir is the one who is keeping the tomb. I do not really know him, but from what I've read, he is he's not the type of person that you can talk. He's not about. But I hear that he used to have a second in command. I don't know his name, but I think it's best for you to find the second in command first. Well, I believe he has become a Revenant as well. Maybe if you can find the second in command first, maybe he can help you to talk to him. Yes, Fatcap.
Atta mau join.
Atau mau join? Okay. Before we begin, let me pause the recording first.
Wait, Ren. Sorry.
Terlanjur sudah saya halo. Halo Atta.
Good day, sir.
Alright then. So basically buat catching up cepet sama Bandura, nothing major happen. Ini sekarang kalian masih di tower. Rictavio kayak kasih basically lordam. So Bandura sekarang lo udah up to date sama keadaan di Barovia.
Jadi gitu.
Iya, basically gitu ya. Dan dia udah kasih tau pokoknya kalau lo mau keluar dari sini, probably your best chance is to kill Strahd.
It's a test. Yes.
Oke. Oops. Ya. Sip. Tadi gue sampai mana?
Second in command.
Oke.
Argent
Yes.
Fosshold, ya.
Oke, saya go back here. Oke, so Atta ada handout map with Rick's note. Please check it. So, yeah, so I think your best chance is to find his second in command, but I do not know his name or what kind of person he is. From what I've read, those two were kinda inseparable. Ya begitulah saling nempel, inseparable. And then next, I think Madame Eva told Zephiels and his friends about a sword made from sun, and it's probably located in Beres. Tadi jelasin lagi Beres tuh basically kota yang sudah ditenggelamkan dan segala macam. And yes, there is a rumor that a very powerful witch lives there, and I think her name is Baba Lysaga. And people who have visited Beres before said that she can fly, or some of them say that she can fly. Others says that she is riding a skeletal horse. Others also says that her heart can walk. I don't know which one is the truth.
Hot.
No.
What?
With chicken legs?
That Witcher episode.
No, with chicken legs?
I
No,
don't
that's just the player. Not Bandura.
But I
Oh my
don't know.
God.
Well, from afar, it seems like it's a very dangerous place, and I have a plan to scout ahead to see if the rumors are true or not. Because, well, rumors can be just rumors, but maybe there is some truth in it. Also, I'm not sure about the sword made from sun, but according to the tomb of Strahd, or well, I have a chance to skim it just for the first the first chapters. Strahd has a brother, and his brother has a has a sword that is made from crystal. Maybe this is the sun sword that Madame Eva mentions.
Hey, brother.
Yes.
Or is he like a vampire as well?
Well, if he's a vampire here, I don't think. Well, if he's a vampire, he's not here. No one have ever said anything about Sergei, I believe.
Who? Sergey?
What's his name?
Sergei.
Sergey.
Isn't he? Okay.
Sergey.
Okay.
No, I don't know this. Probably.
You don't know this, but yeah.
Yeah, Xavier might.
Just going to remind Xavier you. Well, if
Yeah.
you listen to Irena's dreams, you know that
the one who appears, right? In
Yeah,
the ones who appears in her dream. But she's dead, so yeah, let's go.
Also, none of us know anything
Yep.
except Xavier. So
Yes. Oh my god! In my initial plan, it doesn't go like this because new PC who
No
this
shite.
new PC who this probably Balvan probably you have also heard about that name. I mean, Yeah.
I think I might have, but I cannot contain all the information. So,
yeah,
that's actually true.
yeah.
yeah.
That's actually true. So yeah, I will to si Rictavio bilang lagi. I think it's better for. I think I will, like I said, I will scout ahead to see if the rumors is true or not, so we can be better prepared. And the last treasure is, I believe, it's a holy symbol of Ravenkind. It's a very powerful holy symbol. In fact, even someone like me who haven't come to Barovia, we have heard about this. It is something that will help you tremendously to fight against a vampire. I don't know why it's in Amber Temple though. And
What
It's the
is
Ravenkind.
the Amber Temple?
yes, the Amber Temple. No, it's just the name. I believe there is a faction called the Keeper of Feathers. They employs Were Raven, and it's one of their most treasured items. I don't know why it's in the Amber Temple.
So when you say holy symbol of Ravenkind, you mean the ravens here?
Yes, there are some Were Raven in this land. That is why when I arrive here, I want to find out more about the Keepers of Feathers.
I immediately communicate telepathically with Kafka.
You don't hear
Kafka,
anything.
did you? I didn't know that. I said, Kafka,
Sorry,
did you
sir.
have a holy symbol?
Silence.
Kafka. Very weird.
AFK.
Kafka AFK.
And so, well, Amber Temple is a mystery as well. It's a place that stores a lot of dangerous artifact. I believe it was used by a group of mages to protect the land from any dangerous corrupted items. It's somewhere in Mongakis. But well,
They weren't very successful, eh?
yeah, well, the owner of this tower, dia kayak mention to this tower, an archmage called Exetanter. He was one of Strahd's wizards, if I'm not mistaken, and
What's the name of the archmage?
Exar?
you know what? That will be funny though. Exetanter.
Exit Hunter.
Exit Hunter.
Siapa?
Hunter.
Sebentar.
Hunter.
What's
Exert.
your name? Why is so hard to pronounce? Blah, blah, blah.
Exit Hunter.
Exert.
Sebentar.
Yeah.
Exit. Exit
It's
Hunter.
the one you sent me, right? This one.
Exit Hunter. Namanya emang agak
Oh.
agak ngeselin. Exit Hunter, yeah. He was an archmage in Strahd's court, and then he disappeared one day, and I think he was about to go to the Ember Temple. So if an archmage disappear when he tried to go there, I don't know what kind of dangers await you if you want to go there as well. And so yeah,
Maybe he found it too comfortable, so he didn't want to go back to the castle. Who
probably
knows?
Well, so this is I think it would be best for you to go to Argynfoshold first, since it's the closest, and get the Tome of Strahd. While you do that, I will go to Beres to scout ahead, and then after that we can go back here to make our plan, and then probably I will try to find more information about a journey to Mount Gakis. I believe it's going to be very cold there.
Alrighty, guys. What are we waiting for?
Yeah, if
I'm not entirely. Well, I do not really have a lot of supplies to go to directly to Argynfoshold. It's pretty far from here, no? Shouldn't we restock or something in Kresk? Can you mark here there is an abbot?
Yes, they have.
Well, yeah.
that-
Anyway.
that's a good idea, but we need to do something before we can get to Crest.
Why? What happened?
Well, they don't just let anyone come. They need you to do things for them. I was
Oh.
trying to go to Crest before I got here.
What sort of things? What do you mean?
Is
They
it hard things?
well, if you consider slaying werewolves as a hard thing to do.
Oh.
Quite interesting. Such a lot of quests.
I tried to negotiate with them, but the werewolves, but doesn't seem like they want to talk. So
You can talk to the werewolves, as in their wolves, in their wolves
no,
form, or
No,
okay.
I think they should understand even if they in their wolf form, right?
Ya, pas lo
They
bilang
just cannot answer.
eh,
I
pas,
don't know.
pas lo bilang itu si S bilang juga, and I think I've told you, Rafael, I think if they are, I'm very sure, I'm 100% sure if they are already in that stage, it will be very hard to cure their lycanthropy. We've tried. Dia tunjuk dia sama Rictavio. We've tried. Yeah. So, if aku bilang yes, if
so-
lycanthropy can be cured if it's still less than 24 hours after they got bitten, but if it is more than a day, it will be very hard, and if it's years, it will be impossible.
What if
to
we get?
revert
What
it.
if we get bitten?
Terus pas dia mau bilang gitu, si Ace langsung bilang, oh, don't worry about that, I have some wolfsbane potions to help to postpone the effect, and then to apa namanya, kok postpone the effect, buat menyembuhin. So if I can give you less than like an hour, you'll be fine.
Right.
I as you said, we can go, check out Argynfoshold, but I remember correctly, I also should go to the Saint Markovia Abbey to find somebody there. Someone that is apparently is in danger.
For that, I Terus si siapa? Rictavio kayak lihat, I think you mean her.
Wonderful.
I was trying to go to Crash
So
as
you,
well.
you
Yeah, I tried to go to Crash as well, and then I meet with Raphael over here. Well, I think maybe the abbot can help us, but well, I'm here to find Rictavio, but I've already found him, so.
so you guys haven't been into Crest? Or not to the Saint Markovia Abbey or whatever that place was that place is?
Nope.
No, we haven't been there. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, please continue.
Well, I just have two questions before we decide to go to Kras or not. First of all, what is the strange obelisk and what is forest folks? That's my first question.
That's 2 questions, but continue.
That's a part of it. It's like, please, the question is,
Yeah, A and B.
it's more
I
like,
know, I know. I understand.
anyway. My second question is, I look around and I say, who are you? I mean, I sort of know who you are, but it seems that some of you have issues traveling with people you don't know. Perhaps, we should start over because there are a lot of shouting and partly on my part, but also a lot of tea. So maybe there are some things that needs to be explained.
And
Pas lu
Fatslav,
bilang
right?
pas lu bilang Lord of Tea, si Balvan literally kayak lagi mau minum tuh Lord of Tea nggak
No,
jadi.
please.
Terus pas udah begitu si Ace bilang, well, I have wine. Do you prefer wine? Terus lu denger si Rictavio yang lelah gitu kan.
Of course, I prefer wine.
But anyway, Fatslav, isn't it? Right,
Yes.
I understand that you.
Well,
people really
don't
need-
get me wrong. I don't have a problem. I
Yes.
know what everyone wants to do, and I'm for it. Woohoo, go team! But there were a lot of questions of
Yes.
who are you? I don't know you. I don't trust you. So perhaps we should iron that out.
Yes,
I don't know what
will.
iron
Yeah.
is, but
Yes, I will. I'd say that maybe after all of you listens to the situation that we are facing right now, maybe after you can talk about who you are, or why you're here, how you're here, or something like
Oh,
that.
I thought you're done. You're not done?
I want to. Well, you have questions, right? I want to answer your
Well,
first
yeah,
question first.
just yeah. Yeah. That's
Alright.
why it's
And-
2-part questions.
Okay, so the first part of the questions about the forest folk.
And strange
I
obelisk.
I believe that for the forest folk, I believe there are, well, this land long time ago before Strahd came to conquer it. It used to be people like some like druid people. They live in this land, and then after Strahd came to this land, they live like a hermit, so mereka kayak tinggal di dalam hutan sendiri, and people around the civilized people, with what they called them the forest folk. They are druids, and I believe they are the one who worships the fans of Barovia.
Have I heard of that before, Ren?
Roll history.
Otherwise, I know what it is, but
Roll history. Apa gue begini ya?
Václav. History. Václav is not that dumb.
Just
Um,
anything.
I will guide myself. I do not have guidance prepared.
Does anything like tucks me the wrong way when you
Sebentar.
say all this?
Sebentar. Pas lo dengar kata fans of Barovia with 15, you have heard legends about the Lady of the Forest. I think it's what the Vistani called them. They are ancients deity that were worshipped by the original citizen, kayak orang yang dulu tinggal di Barovia. There are 3 fanes, but from what you've heard, after Strahd came to this land, they have been no mentions about the fans anymore. And then while pas lo denger kata fans of Barovia, lo kayak ngerasa you feel like something kayak like a tick in your head itu kayak like strange. You don't know. I think Ivan doesn't have any memory about the fans of Barovia, but you, Balvan, you somehow you remember you are hearing a voice, a female voice, and she just says, "Help." And just that. Terus habis itu kayak, tadi apa ya?
Okay. So Balvan is made of clear quartz, jadi dia transparan gitu kan. Tapi ada bagian-bagian yang kayak ini kan bening semua, tapi ada bagian-bagian yang smoky gitu di dalamnya. So
Coba kasih lihat art.
How do I share? I don't know.
Nggak bakal
I don't
kelihatan
know
di
how
sini
to
juga
draw
sih.
painting. Yep. So anyway.
Oh itu lumayan tapi kelihatan lah.
Jadi pas bilang fans gitu, di belakang kepalanya gitu kayak ada satu bagian yang udah smoky gitu yang react to the words. Huh? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm paying attention at Balvan said.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah, and the one that has high PP is Balvan, so yeah. So and Bandura,
Yeah.
Bandura, you also have high PP, so you
do have
notice that.
IP.
You notice that.
I noticed that. Okay.
You notice that.
Crikey, what on earth was that?
what happened?
Was it just my imagination? Yeah.
What is?
Did you see anything? Is there anything weird?
No, I thought I did. I thought I did. Oh, forget it.
Okay.
I wasn't. Yeah, like I wasn't. I thought I saw it, but like I just couldn't.
If you're gonna bring up that why he is a stone,
Yeah.
maybe that can be rude.
No, forget it.
Huh? Oh, were you talking about me?
I think I was. Yeah. Got it's up. The top of your head blew off. Just blew off, didn't it?
It blew off?
Terus si Balvan kayak, nggak coba ngelihat kepalanya tapi nggak bisa kayak,
Oh, well, I never mind. It was just probably my imagination.
But I'm more curious why, like, what I mean, who are you? Like, you're a rock. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know if that's important right now.
No,
Are you a rock or are you a crystal? I
That's-
mean,
Like
Terus si
tomato, potato, you know.
Balvan
it's not
kayak,
really. I'm just saying that the sword is made of crystal. You know, maybe it's related.
terus si Balvan kayak tepok kayak ketok-ketok, tok tok. I'm rock solid. I think some people call this crystal material, yes, but it's from rock or I don't really know.
Well, I've seen your kind in my place before. It was but they're all like they're not alive. They're just like, you know, glowing crystals and stuff. I've never seen one talking.
To be fair, I don't know if I have a kind to say I have never. I mean, I technically speaking, I was just birthed.
So okay, so we are moving to the second part of the question.
Okay,
right?
sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Continue.
Oh, okay. So yeah, technically speaking, I was just I became
Conscious?
yes, conscious, like just shortly before, like I don't know,
4 days
2-3
ago?
days. Yeah, it's blah, blah, blah.
What?
I do not count, but s- just couple nights, couple days.
So like you're like
Wow.
2 days old.
You do
Probably,
not like 2 days old.
or do you call it 2 days
Mean
young? I don't know. I don't know.
But do you have any memory before then? Because it was
Okay,
quite amazing.
now,
How
okay, so right. I will just tell you. Mr. Zephiel, you know Ivan, yes? Do you remember this? Terus dia nunjuk ke matanya gitu.
I do.
So, yeah. For the others, uh, how I do not know how to speak this, but so Ivan, I don't know, do I call him my master or whatever, but this guy Ivan, he's travels with Mr. Zephiel here, and um I was he wears this ring and this necklace with the runestones. And the runestones is technically part of me, but when I was stones, I was not
conscious.
conscious. Yes, I was not conscious, but I I know things from when I was stoned.
how do you mean you know things?
Where
So,
did you get the rest of your body from? If you were, runestones.
Okay, I
I don't think he
am
knows.
I mean there are parts that I know, but there are parts there are more parts that I don't know.
So
So
you're
far,
basically a magic stone.
So okay, what happened is um ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, ding. Oke. Oh mau itu ya?
Yeah,
Oh ya
I
kayak
think
ganti
I
dulu
think
deh.
this will be the part, right?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Flashback.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening?
Flashback.
Yeah.
Ganti
Anjir.
musiknya dulu.
Oke, gue mute dulu.
So basically ini flashback kan to the day where everything changes, right? Exactly pas si Strahd ngambil jantungnya si Ivan, dia kan pierce his heart padahal dia udah unconscious, and then Strahd took his heart and then throw it away, dilempar begitu aja di tanah. At that moment nggak ada yang sadar because it's very hectic. Batu cincin sama kalungnya Ivan tuh batunya kayak mati glownya, terus mengecil, terus jatuh lepas dari the metal part. So nobody noticed that. Jadi benar-benar di tanah begitu aja, jantungnya lah, and then the two runestones that you guys see before, it all scattered on the floor. Terus people dies as we do, and then Strahd left Zephiel alone, and then semuanya pergi. But times pass, di jantungnya kayak dari darahnya Sorry gue lupa. Mayatnya si Ivan dibawa ya Ren ya?
Iya, basically mereka semua dibawa sama Strahd ke
Oke.
itu.
Jadi mayatnya mayat yang Ivan dan lain-lain diseret dibawa sama Strahd. But then batunya ketinggalan sama jantungnya. Terus from the bodies, the blood, darahnya Ivan tuh ngalir kena ke batunya, itu mulai nyala lagi pelan. Terus kena ke batu yang satunya lagi, nyala lagi pelan. And then kena ke jantungnya, but then nothing happens. Sehari, I don't know, like times pass, sehari 2 hari, tiba-tiba nyala di runesnya itu makin kenceng. Terus di jantungnya si Ivan gitu mulai nyala merah. And then the earth starts to rumble a little bit. Terus jantungnya itu kayak apa sih, kebalik gitu kan. Di baliknya itu kelihatan bahwa di jantungnya si Ivan itu ada rune-nya juga. So his heart is actually the third rune, which is the fire rune. And then setelah itu jantungnya ini pertama mulai starts to burn. And then darahnya semuanya kebakar. Along with the earth, the muddy, bloody dirt, itu semuanya kebakar sama yang di runes-nya ini. And then I don't know, time passes, nobody knows, karena nggak ada yang di situ. Tiba-tiba dari apinya nyala terus, makin gede, makin gede, makin gede. Dan setelah sekian lama, dari lelumpuran, hancur, tanah tandus kering, kena darah doang, itu mulai ada kristal bening. The clear quartz, it starts to appear and rise. Terus tiba-tiba jadi sebongkah batu gede, the clear quartz. And then time pass again, lama-lama clear quartznya ini jadilah si Balvan. Nobody knows how, nobody knows why.
Oke.
Literally just 100 feet away from the tower.
What on earth was? All right, one
Did you
serious.
tell us all of this?
Wait, is this just
Okay.
a
Back,
cutscene
You know
or?
that?
Yes, right.
Before we continue, right? I think some part of it, I don't know, Ren. How much do I know?
I will say so. This is okay. So that's actually the scenes that that scene is only for the players and
Players, right?
the one that watch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
basically,
the viewers.
the viewers, that's it. That's the words. But Balvan, all you know is you gain consciousness when the heart starts to become a blaze, poof, and then you start to get yours. Pas saat itu lo mulai sadar kayak lo sadar, oh, you are here, but who are you? You're not really sure. You don't. Sebentar gue ganti lagi musik biar lebih seru lagi. Yeah, you don't know who you are. Like at that moment, you know that you exist, but the only thing that you know that time is Ivan's memory and Ivan's last wish and his confusion, his anger, which is you're not quite sure if he's angry to a certain person or is angry to himself, but you can feel his confusion, his hopelessness. And during that time you also hear voices, unfamiliar voices. They're talking in giants. They're talking in a language, in an ancient language, a druidic language. And then you hear and once the crystals start to shape a body, once you realize that, oh, you can move this body, you hear a female voice in the back of your mind, and she says, help the land, help me. And with that, you start to move, and then you see the trail of bloods, and then you start to loot. And then when you do that, you can feel a presence, but it's kind of comforting. Yeah, you don't feel bothered by the presence that watch over you. You're not really sure, but you feel less alone, I guess. And then after that you decide to let's go to the tower. Yep, that's it.
So when you wake up, when you were born, why did you decide to go here?
Oke, sebelum dijawab, sebentar gue lupa. Balvan, I really appreciate it that I do not really need to do the whole scene. I'm very blessed as a DM, so take your inspiration.
Thank you.
Take that inspiration. Oke, lanjut.
Oke.
Senangnya jadi DM kalau kayak gini, kalau player-playernya bilang, Ren, gue monolog aja nggak apa-apa, sip.
How much do you tell us? Did you tell us like everything from you wake up?
I will tell you all I can, tapi gue
okay.
sendiri bingung gitu. So I guess I was a rock. I mean I was the stones, the rune stones. But then I start hearing things, and then I start to be aware that I am who I am, that I am a being, and then I think at this point my body starts to form, and then I start to this is conscious, and then okay, this is a face, this is my arm, and then this is my leg, and then I guess then I am alive at that point. But then again, I know I was the stones, but then I kinda know what happens while I was the stone. I don't know. It's
So you have your master's memory. Is that why you came here? Like Mr. Xavier asked.
well, yes. To answer the question, I can let's call him my master. So somehow I got his memory, and then like this is weird, but if stones can see and hear, then I have my own
Interpretation.
yes, and
Perception.
Perspective.
Yeah, perspective. So then I have this perspective that okay, so this my master travels with Mr. Xavier, and God bless his soul, Mr. Zarafin, and then so I
So
guess
you know my brother.
well, yes, kinda.
Wow. One serious question though. How do you pee? Like, is it, is it?
You just see
Is it there?
the smoky part of Balvan itu kayak kan biasa emang ada constant apa sih movement of the smoke inside gitu kan. Terus pas lo tanya how do you pee, terus kayak muter bingung gitu.
Loading.
Buffering gitu di sini.
Oh man.
I don't think he, need to do that.
I look at Bandura. How do you pee?
Like everybody else, I guess.
Through my
Yeah.
junk. through my junk. Like, I mean,
Well, I assume the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know, man. I just wonder how.
I'm more curious about like
I mean, is it always hard as a rock? I mean, it'd be handy. I'm just wondering, you know.
I mean, I am solid, like
been
rock
trying to
solid.
not make that joke the entire session. The entire session, I was holding myself together.
Sorry, Balfan, you were saying.
No, yeah, but to answer your question, I think this is like what Mr. Václav asked is a two-part question. So the first part is how do I pee? The answer is I do not need to pee, but I can pretend to pee. And then for the second question, am I always this hard? Is yeah, I am always solid, always rock, always hard.
That is beautiful. I mean, that is quite handy. But yeah, okay.
I'm more curious about like did you give yourself nickname Balkan?
Okay,
Oh, that's
you
right. Yeah.
remember when I told you that I hear voices before I knew they were voices, and I can, before my body was formed, I hear things in my head before I know it was my head.
Yeah, it's. I think it's pretty normal, no? You hear voices
Especially here.
Yeah, so
in
yeah,
your head. Yeah,
yeah,
everyone
I
does. Everyone. That happened to everyone.
I just hear this word being spoken. So I somehow got this feeling when I can move myself, I get the feeling that call me Balfan. Yes,
Is it a male? Was it a male voice? Was it a female voice? Was it undistinguishable, neutral voice, perhaps?
I cannot be so sure. There was this idea in my head for a long time that you should not judge a gender from its voice.
Yeah, of course. Was it more? I mean, was it more? Soft. Can you describe it?
I mean,
Perhaps.
for me, everything is rock solid.
I've
Okay.
never heard voices that is
Rock
rock solid before.
Like Balfan, si Es tanya, so is it like feminine voice or like more masculine voice? You know, like my voice or like Rictavio's voice? I mean, I think
It's
my
just
voice.
like that's. Yeah, probably just a tone. You
Yeah,
know,
is it
like high
old?
or like.
Yeah,
you
is
know,
it old
quite
or
low.
is it young?
Uh,
Is it
I do not
undistinguished?
really know because, as
Does
I
it
said
matter?
before, I do not judge by the voice. So
Right.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
is
that's fair. That's
pretty
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
If you're 2 days old, you don't know that.
Yeah, that's
Those
fair.
things.
What does the voice tell you again?
to help the land,
Well, I mean, I suppose like you didn't hear the voice like through your ear, so you can't really tell, right?
exactly. Yes, yes, yes. It's the idea
Right. I
Wait,
got
that
you, buddy. I got you,
goes
buddy.
right through you, like inside you.
you said like the voice taught you to help the land.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
Like
Mr. Rictavio, didn't you say that that Strahd guy is the land?
He is now the land. Yes, he calls himself the
Are
land. But
you
I
know?
think.
Are you on his
but,
He was
side?
told
But
to
Are
I
you on
help
think
his
no.
Strahd.
side?
But I think.
I'm gonna.
Well.
My hand is in the hilt of my sword.
On your hilt,
Oh,
yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe. Well, these forest folks, they are worshipping a deity called the Defense of Barovia, right? They used to be the one that owns the land. Well, I'm not saying own, but they are the one who take care of the land. Maybe.
So you heard this hard rock voice inside you, and then it told you. Can't even say
mean-
that with a straight face.
I mean, it is less of
Oh,
I
nice,
heard.
nice. Intended.
Yeah, it is less that I heard the voice,
He's hard,
it
but
just
right.
Right. The voice is
kind.
just inside
it's
you.
okay. It's more of an idea, I guess, and then it just penetrates straight into the core being. I don't don't know.
Yeah, but yeah,
Right.
yeah. Anyway, si Rictavio bilang lagi about uh let's not talk about Rockhart anymore. But yeah, to answer Sir Raphael question.
Oh yeah, to answer Mr. Raphael, I do not think that it is Strahd. It
Yes.
is more of the uh, uh, Leratal land, like the earth. Terus gua ketok-ketok lantainya gitu.
Right. And if it's Strahd, you would have known, right? Because you've heard or you've experienced his voice before when you were a stone, right?
So it's not Strahd that's inside you. I mean Strahd's voice.
I do not think so. No.
So it's in every one of us.
I
So,
really want to
but-
meet this Strahd guy.
What's your goal
You really,
then?
Pandora, you really wouldn't like him.
Yeah.
He would kill
Well,
you.
yes. Well, what I was trying to say it's well, in a, when he said that to save the land and about its being well, I think maybe the one who talked to you is one of the fans of Barovia. I think. Well, some of you knows that he can. Well, I've told you that he drowns bearers. He has powers to control the land. He called himself the land. And the Fanes of Barovia, the ones that were responsible to take care of this land, were gone after Strahd came here. So maybe the reason why Strahd can control the land is because he had done something to the Fanes. Maybe those voices, the Fanes, trying to ask you to help them.
Well,
Right.
does it mean that all of us being here is also
Oh no.
an outcome of his
Nah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you, Bandura, you are here because the Mist wants you to go here too.
yeah, but like he controls the land, so the mist is controlled by him.
Yes, he can control the Mist as well. Because
Right.
because I terus dia kayak nengok as you're valid too, right? When you cross the Mist, the border to this land. Oh yes, so here's the thing is me and old Rictavio over here, both of us we can travel through Mist.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta teach us some of that.
But
Sorry, what?
You gotta teach us some of that.
Well, I believe it's not something that you can teach. It's more something that you receive after experiencing a great trauma in your life,
Ooh.
Or you were born with
Boy.
it.
or
Like
you were
Arara.
born in it. Yeah, like you have one of your Miss Walker. I mean, you're a Vistani, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's not
Yeah.
it's not mine anymore, I guess. It's really hard getting used to not being part of a family.
Don't worry, brother. Maybe we can form our own caravan together. But anyway, yeah.
How
Anyway,
do you
yeah.
know if you can travel through mist? Maybe I was born with it too.
Oh, maybe. Well, maybe we can
You can
test. Yeah.
certainly try.
We can test that, but to see Rictavio. All right, yeah. So, when I cross the Mist to cross, so every domain has their border, right? And then when I come to this land, when I cross the border, it closed behind me, so I cannot go back. So,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so
the
yeah.
caravan also had that problem. We cannot go anywhere.
See,
We closed
So
it.
see, I'm a
So-
Vistana. I should be able. I mean, I heard that the lord of this land, this Strahd, he gives special pass to the Vistani. So if I cannot cross that, so you will not able to cross the Mist as well. It's because
So
he
right now-
closed it.
Right now, you cannot go through mist.
Nope. I'm afraid I'm trapped here like you guys. So
Oh, okay.
if I want to go from here, gotta kill the vampire, I guess.
All right. It's getting interesting. I really want to know what my grandmother's are.
You keep mentioning your grandmother's. Is she in this place you call the Underdark? I don't know what it is.
Well, I was born there. I was raised there by them, and
Is it
well,
very
she was
dark, or what is it under?
well, well, it is under the surface. So the surface is basically stuff. I haven't been there. I thought I am there right now. It certainly looks like how it was described. Um, the Underdark was dark, yeah, like a beautiful place though, yeah, dark, beautiful place. It's all gloomy. It's all yeah, it's beautiful. And but actually, before I was there, I was in Feywild because my grandmother's
What is
was
that?
well, Feywild.
Yes.
Oh, it's a dreadful place. It's so
Oh.
colorful, so cheerful, so dreadful. Yeah, it's yeah.
Is it
It's
fake
such a
cheerful
bad
like the
place.
people in Falaki? Like they're always smiling and
I
stuff.
I mean, I haven't been to whatever
Oh, right.
you were
Oh,
saying,
yes. Yeah, it was dreadful. Yeah, I agree with you.
but yeah, dreadful, dreadful. I was tasked by my grandmother's, yeah, well, yeah, to do something, and I had to escape and run away. I was basically lost in a battle, so I had to flee and possibly looking for some allies to assist me back to Feywild and defeat those scary fairies and sprites and this crazy old
Oh,
wizard, sorcerer. I
are
don't
you
know.
what they call Rifaki?
Rivaki?
Mm, never heard of that.
Rifaki?
The
No,
one who runs away from war.
Refugee?
Oh,
God.
refugee.
Fucking. What?
Nah, I think it's not
Wait.
a refugee Balvan, but well,
Huh?
well, now I'm interested fighting a fairies. Well, I haven't fight a fairies before. Hey,
They're
hey, old man, do you want to go to Feywild? Si Rictavio
They're
lelah.
fairies.
I
Rictavio
think
lelah.
we need to deal with, you know,
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Strahd
Yeah,
first.
I agree with Sir Raphael. One problems at a time. Our current problem is
True, that's true.
vampire.
That's true. I'm really interested in meeting him, although you said that he might kill us. Vaclav, yeah? You said that.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah,
He's
well,
not very. I think he's also very angry right now. So, perhaps I've never met any fairies before, but I'm pretty certain he's scarier than your fairies.
yeah, they are. They're
So
little buggers.
so like you, Raphael points at Svoklev. Like,
Me?
why are you trying to fight that Strahd guy?
Oh, I just want. Cause he closed the border. Cannot get anywhere.
You're gonna kill him for that? I thought you're from
Well,
here.
Well, I'm from here, but have you? I don't know if you've met a lot of Falaki. I don't think any of us like him. We are terrified of him. But right, he promised, like what Miss S said, he promised that any Vistani can leave the land. He closed it. He betrayed his promise. You do not do that.
Okay, I just need to know that. I just want to know like if we are on the same page because you know this
Oh,
Sir
yeah.
Mr. Balvan here has been asked by the land somehow to help the land. I don't understand.
I mean,
And
to
Well,
be fair, I also do not understand that part, but
yeah, but
yeah.
I guess that's your mission
honestly,
now.
I feel like I am perhaps the only one here out of my own free will, to be completely honest. Um,
I mean, I just got born, and then I don't know where to go, what to do, and all I know is the my ex master promise everyone to come here, so I come here.
You're all exciting people. I love it.
Yeah. So I
You
mean,
should tell us more about.
you're trying to kill that vampire, then I don't have any problem. I think we can set out to crash.
Then who told you said you are not here by free will? Who told you to go here?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't going here. I was walking, and I met these people.
So are you going with us or not?
Because
Can
you
you
know,
can
if someone
but
left, Falaki, the next place that they can go is to Kresk. I was heading to Kresk, and then I meet these people, and then I was like, well, actually, that works out. I do not want to travel to Kresk alone. It's pretty dangerous.
Oh, so you want to go to Crest?
I was looking for you, Mr. Zephiel. I don't know. I did not know where you were. I only knew that you were part of that group who wanted to kill that vampire.
I heard you, then I mean this is just my assumptions because I only know two places where there are a lot of Fistanis. Um, I mean at this point I don't care anymore. People die, people around me died, so you know if you want to help, that's fine.
I
Um,
also should clarify that I am not a Vistani anymore. If you see my mark.
okay. I'm just I know you have no disguise because this tower repels those kind of stuff. I'm just at one point I just wonder like if you will report something to other people.
What do you mean I have my disguise?
Oh, if I'm just afraid that you are having a disguise, but this tower has
Oh,
not will refuse any kind of disguise, no magic, blah blah blah. So I'm just wondering if I don't want to fuck the other people, so fuck the other people over. So if you want to report,
who would I
I just
who would I report things to?
I don't know.
I am banished from my family
Why are you banished?
because I want to fight Strahd. Why do you think?
I don't know. Maybe something else like
I am here to protect my family, even if that made me banish. Yes, I told S before you came. If a Vistana fights Strahd, he will attack the Vistani. If a Mortu fights Strahd, he will probably kill the Mortu, but he would think banished person. The Vistani doesn't have anything to do with it. And perhaps, your previous companion, one of them was related to someone in my camp. And if Strahd, he's very vengeful, If he thinks that they had anything to do with them, then they are fucked. I do not want that to happen to my family. I
Yeah.
love them. I care about them, even though I am not part of them anymore.
And he did drown a town.
Exactly. He did do that. So cannot imagine what he would do to poor Arabelle, She's been through a lot
Sorry
in
to
her
interrupt,
young
but
life.
so you are not Vistana anymore. How about you? And then Balvan nunjuk ke S.
Oh, me? Well,
Mhm.
I'm still a Vistana. See, I don't have a Demortu skull.
So
But yeah,
if
but
you
my
fight
family,
Strahd,
no, my family. I'm not from Barovia. I'm from a place called Darkon. It has nothing to do with Barovia. Don't
Where is
worry about it. Yeah,
Oh,
Have
that's
I
so
heard about Darkon before?
roll
As a
history, I guess.
Okay,
so
Yeah, I'm
there
just
guide,
gonna
are
guide
roll.
more
myself.
Vistani outside of Barovia.
Oh, there's a lot of Vistani outside of
Oh.
Barovia. Oh, with 21
standard
plus 2.
domain.
Well, Xavier just roll
Me too.
Ya, lu sempat ngobrol-ngobrol sama ini kan, sama
Yeah, I
Rictavio.
think.
Just
I
roll.
think.
Just want to know
Okay,
how much you know.
sorry.
How much Yeah.
I mean, if I know about Feywild, I mean, I guess I know about other plan.
We can I'm still loading my roll 20. It's lagging
Yeah.
behind.
So
Yeah,
but
Roll 20 has been
it's
a
lagging.
bitch tonight.
But for Rafa, even with 17, you have never heard about Darkon? You have an idea that's
Okay.
probably one of the domains in this dreadful realm.
It's not the same plan as Faron, for sure.
Nope. And for Xavier,
Oh.
you have heard Rictavio told you that he's from Darkon, but he has
Yeah,
never
I
tell you
know.
anything about Darkon yet. Okay.
I know.
But for Václav, man, with 22? Well, sorry, 21. Yeah,
23.
guidance doesn't work in here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And the magic.
Well, it's still in natural 20, so 21.
Yeah, 21. Oh man, you've know a lot of things
man.
about Darkon, man.
How do I know things about that? What do I know about that?
You know
How
a
did
lot
I
of
know
things
that?
about Darkon. In your, how to say this? You used before. You know that before you were at Vistana, before all of this happened, when you were just a soldier, your task is not fight. Before your task is fighting zombies, the soldiers from your land, their mission is to conquer Darkon, and you know about its dreadful ruler, the Dark Lord of Darkon, called Azalin Rex. And you know about how he apa sih? You know about this land, this domain of dread. Lo tau kalau Darkon itu adalah domain of dread. Ya tadi kan dikuasain sama Dark Lord, namanya itu Azalin Rex, dan how it is a very 11-12 sama Barovia, but it's probably the larger apa sih, domain paling besar di domain of dread. It's very large, very dreadful, and the ruler is kinda efficient but kinda tyrannical, ya, tipe-tipe kayak diktator tapi efisien yang fair gitu loh. So it depends. Some people say that he's a good ruler. Some says that he is too harsh.
I
and
know
stuff.
my leader was. I know my leader was a bad leader. So as this Azal, it must be a good person.
Yeah, and stuff. But I think from that, the last thing you hear that Darkon has no Dark Lord no more or something. No one says about the Dark Lord anymore, and there is something about an explosions in the sky and stuff like that. It's very wild in Darkon. And there is like city full of undead, and also there is like secret police in there, and it's very wild in Darkon. That's yeah.
Okay.
Lo kalau lo bandingin sama what people in Barovia face, iya Barovia cuma
I look at
sama
that
Darkon
and
deh.
say, "Oof, that is rough."
Yeah, no, that's why I left. That's why he left. Terus si Rictavio bilang, yes.
Ah, you're from Darkon as well.
Yep. Si Rictavio bilang, yes. But anyway, yeah. So, yes, I originally came from Darkon, and then I also, funny story is my family, they were a very city people, and they pretend to be Vistani, and they were involved in human trafficking, and then they kidnapped his son. We accidentally sold him to a vampire. Stuff happened. He get his revenge. We came too late. Sons died. Terus si Rictavio bilang, why do you tell my life story to them?
Do you have
Oh, right.
issues that needs to be resolved? Should we get to another room?
Nah, I'm just terus Rictavio bilang, why do you tell? That's why. I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't seen you in a long time. But anyway, yeah. To answer your question, yes, I'm still a Vistani. Sorry, I'm still a Vistana, and I'm from I'm not from Barovia, so yeah. If I fight Strahd, it will have no bad consequence, I guess, to the Vistani in this place, because I believe that Strahd knows which Vistana came from. Apa sih, dia tahu lah Vistana, kayak tahu Vistana mana yang datang dari Barovia. And yep, and then I think it's kayak beda sama Vistani di sini. They allow me to travel across the domains to help this old man to kill
Terus pas-
monster.
Pas si S ngomong ke Balvan lagi, Balvan udah pelang dong.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't worry, big guy. Don't worry,
Oh, okay.
crystal guy.
So
Eh.
no bad thing. You fight Strahd, no bad thing.
Nah, no betting.
No bad.
Oh, bad thing. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I believe no. I believe there is no any consequence, because, well, from what I've heard when I still travel with the Vistani, it's I guess the Dark Lord of his domain knows can knows. I mean, we're kind of famous that we do not want to be tied to any line or stuff like that. So yeah.
What about the Dark Lord of your land? Did they allow you to just travel around? The two of you?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
it is very nice.
Well, I mean, si Rictavio bilang, well, when I was still there, we have some agreement, I guess. So and but you can see that dia nggak mau ngomong lebih lanjut lagi, terus si S cuma bilang, and for my case, well, as long as we do not anger the Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord isn't there anymore, I heard.
Yeah, the last time I went there is some explosion. I do not know what happened. It's weird.
Maybe you died.
But I don't know. But Barovia. So
Oh, what is the time right now?
It's nighttime, I think.
nice, masih siang.
It's early.
Oh no.
Masih siang. So
How
Barovia.
long is to Kresk?
Sebentar.
Dari tadi si S ngomong panjang lebar, Balvan udah nggak nangkap lagi. This is too long. What?
Yes, too much.
Otak gue nggak mampu. What?
I can't wait to meet the
Manusia
Strahd
keras.
guy and actually fight him. Seems pretty strong.
Lu pas lagi tuh si Rictavio bilang, no, please wait for your safety. Please wait. At least until you get the sword.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like
Keras banget sih.
Factually speaking, the last time 5 people meet Strahd, only 1 left alive.
and that was him pointing at Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, let's go get this sword, whatever that was.
So-
I mean,
Yeah, as Václav pointed out before, Strahd is angry, but I believe that he is still grieving after Irena's death, and I believe it is it is a very good time for us to gather some supplies and then to gather these items. So
Yeah.
he will not disturb
What
us.
supplies? What
He
supplies
is
do we
angry.
need?
Sorry, I'm old. Please speak one by one, please.
Oh no, nothing. It's
Siapa
just
yang-
funny. I
Think
just
Zephyr
find it
asked what
funny.
supplies do we need?
What supplies? Well,
It's just because, in my perspective, we have the allies already. Why are we going to press?
that's true.
Okay.
And well, you mentioned
Do you have enough
supplies.
rations, or for the travel to Argon Falls, do you have enough ration, or
How-
maybe
How
healing
many
potion?
days do we need?
Well,
I'm not certain.
it's only 2 hours walk
To
Sorry.
Kresk?
2.5 hours to Kras, and then it's from here to Argin Fosshold. It will be, so let's see, itu kayak mikir kalkulasi sambil gue lihat contekan gue, and to Argin Fosshold it would be about 4
days.
hour.
What?
Hours?
Yes,
Very close. It's like going to Falaki, I think.
yes, it's not really that far.
Yeah.
Just 4 hours. Perhaps
Sorry.
you
Yeah,
should go
but-
there. Or I don't know. I mean, Mr. Raphael, there was a reason why you wanted to go to Kresk. Do you still need to go?
I
And
mean, not necessarily, but if we're going to fight a vampire, maybe a silver sword would be helpful.
Yes,
Yeah.
about
But
that.
curious. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just about to say about that. I actually want to give this to Zaravin, but he's not longer here. Terus lo lihat si siapa Rictavio kayak jalan ke satu terangnya gitu, terus dia kayak ngambil satu like long sword itu di dalam scabbardnya gitu, dikasih ke lu. Yeah, I have a spare long sword. Maybe you can use it. Like I said, I want to give it to Zaravin as a thank you for what he did in Falaki.
Wait, sorry, Ren. Is this silver?
It is silver, but it's only a silver longsword though, not
Yeah,
magic.
yeah, that's okay. That's good enough for me.
well,
This
if
is
we
for
have
my
all we need,
brothers. Yeah,
we
maybe.
can either go to Argin Fallshold or I don't know which one is best. We should go there, or maybe we can talk to these forest folks.
Yeah,
We need allies, no?
The other allies, I think the one I prefer is the Ravens. Because-
Where are they?
I assume in the map it shows they are in the Wizard of Vinery.
The Martikovs are Werraven. I did not know that.
Yep. I mean, as far as I know, based on my previous conversations with them. But again, allies are never 100%,
Maybe we can go there next. But it's whichever is closer. I don't know.
How long to Wizard of Wine, right?
Around the same, right?
Should
4
be like
hours.
about 4 hours,
So
no? Like it looks kind of like the same
Yeah.
distance with
Yeah.
Argin Fallshold.
Ya 3,5 4 jam gitulah.
I'm also curious, Raphael. When did you arrive? Did you also arrive 4 days ago?
Wait, no, it's been a week, I think.
So where have you been staying?
I was
If
just
you-
outside Crash.
Okay. Never moved? Okay. Alright.
I have been trying to find a way to get in, but like they're not letting me like just get inside for no reason. I was trying to get information about my brother's whereabouts, and then maybe just try a way to leave this place.
I see.
Well, I am fine with whichever. Do we want to look for allies first, or do we want to fight this Vladimir first?
But are you fighting this Vladimir guy? I thought we were.
Or looking for his
Finding.
second in command?
They are inseparable, so they are together, I think.
Whose name is not known.
Yeah,
No,
there's
that's a funny name.
record of that anymore.
Is
I'm afraid.
Vladimir a revenant? Or is he still?
Yeah.
I believe
yes.
all of them are revenants, dear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's best if we get the tome first, right? Then maybe we would know what else we need to beat Strahd.
right. You are correct. And perhaps while Strahd is still grieving, his eyes is not on us, so we should be able to move freer. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if in usual days he's keeping an eye on Argent Fosshold.
it's also correct.
We should
So
head to
we go
Argynfossel then.
to, yeah, I guess, unless someone have other ideas. Anyone?
Actually, it's you said it's 4 hours, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
what
mean,
Rictavio said.
yeah, we can go to the
I mean,
closest one. So.
you just appeared here. Are you okay to go? Do you
Oh
need
yeah,
anything like?
I don't know about the others, but I'm alright. I'm fit as ever.
Alright. I mean,
You
if
should
we're
tell
gonna
us
go-
more about this Underdark while we're walking.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
of
very
course.
curious.
I'm very
Wait, he's from Feywild,
welcome
right?
to telling you.
He's from
Not
No,
from
no,
Underdark.
no, no.
Underdark.
He's
Yeah,
born
I'm
in
from the Underdark.
Underdark. Yeah.
I think I was born in the Underdark. I mean,
Wait, you're a
obviously
Heron.
How
not.
would you know? It's very dark.
Did you move to Feywild?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm adapt to darkness, so I can
Right, right.
see and I can
That is
actually
fleeting.
hide. You know, like I can be
I thought
practically
Herangans live
invisible.
in
You know?
Feywild.
Not what I was told, but I mean, there was a Herringon in Feywild.
I
It was
mean, I've only heard stories. I've never been there or saw anyone from there. I thought you were just like fairy tales or something,
oh
like a
no
talking rabbit. I mean,
rabbit. No, don't call us rabbit, mate.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was rude. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
No, that's all right. No hard feelings. No offense taken. Can we actually talk while we, walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
like
why not?
walking.
Okay.
Here we
All
go.
right.
No, not
Oh.
yet,
Here
right?
we go.
All right then.
I'm pretty sure Sir Buffon here is like solid.
Pas lu lihat si
Look.
Balvan udah mulai jalan di tempat gitu. Why is walking?
Lo denger si Rictavio kayak anyway, so you're going to go to Argynfossel now?
Yeah.
Okay. And in the
I
meantime,
don't see
yeah,
any reason to delay.
And you are
Okay.
going alone to Beres.
I'm just going to scout ahead. I think I work best alone for this because I'm just going to, scouting is, it's better if I work alone.
But you're
Terus pas dia bilang gitu, saya bilang,
you're not
you
going
still,
with us.
you still believe that you're cursed? You know what I mean, dear. Terus lo lihat mereka berdua kayak mau ngomong cuma kayak there's still some baggage over that,
And Esmeralda, you're coming with us.
Well, yes, if this old man over here says that Madame Eva says that I will be your ally to kill Strahd, so I will join you, of course.
Up to your choice.
Yep.
Not
Besides,
forcing any-
besides, between the 7 of us, between the 5 of you, have you ever killed a real vampire, not a vampire spawn?
Ooh, no, not me. Vampires aren't that common in my place, so.
I haven't actually encountered one in the past week, but I don't know. Maybe Zephyr here.
I don't know, maybe.
No.
I've
I
never
think-
killed a vampire. The only vampire I know is going to kill me if I try to kill him.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure he wouldn't if we do it together.
well,
That's the thing I'm wondering too. On your note, there is another consort, another wife.
oh
But
yeah.
we are told that there are only 4 consorts, right?
Oh.
Sasha.
Yes,
and
Sasha.
then who is the first one?
Sasha.
Are they alive? Are they alive?
I'm not really sure if she's still alive or not, but yeah, the public knows there are only 4 wife and consort, the brides. But well, according to what I've read in the tomes, Strahd has one more bride. He has one more wife. but I don't know what happened to her. Maybe, but she is a vampire, of course. But well, maybe she's still in the castle. Maybe she's dead. I don't know. I just think that it's probably better for us to think that maybe she's still alive, because if he wants to kill Strahd, I think it's best if he also thinks about his court, because like this Rahadin, he will do everything to protect Strahd, so it will be better if he can get rid of them one by one. So that's actually good for you, Zeviel, to kill one of the brides, so we have less hindrance to reach Strahd. Yeah.
I have a question. Is all of the Strahd's wife vampires?
Yes, I believe so.
Then that means Mr. Zeviel here killed one, no?
Technically you
Oh.
killed one, yes.
So you killed
Maybe.
one.
Can I inside check on Zephyl, Ren? I mean, like, can I inside check on Zephyl, like, what's he actually feeling? Kenapa pas ditanya gitu kok dia kayak, as a player, I obviously know he's like trying to.
I mean, if you
I
want.
don't know.
I mean, let's see. Gue kasih lihat dulu lu insight-nya berapa, ntar gue minta Zeviel buat describe kira-kira yang dilihat sama si That's 26. Tell him everything.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, you don't need to tell us. I mean, we know, right? As a player, right? I mean,
Describe him everything.
So you just want to see if Bandura knows or not, right?
Yeah.
bukan knows or not, like is he
can
hiding
tell.
something gitu loh.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, probably he's hiding his feelings.
And probably like I also know like apa ya, like he doesn't really want to talk about it, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's that? What do you mean? I feel like gua agak bisik-bisik. I try not to talk about it because I can make this guy, keep their mouth shut.
I think Xavier looks a little perplexed at the Harangon. Thank you.
I say you're pretty strong. You killed a vampire before. He hasn't killed one. But yeah, all right.
All right then. So there are two vampire slayer in this group. I think we have a good chance to kill the vampire lord himself. Well, him and me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but to be fair, I haven't killed a vampire lord who is also a dark lord. So yeah.
Before we go further, can anybody mention their capabilities? Just wondering.
Professional monster hunter.
Okay. Your enthusiasm is freaking me out.
No, don't worry. This is just me trying to cope with all the shitty stuff that happens around me. I'm actually pretty depressed right now.
Balpan will start standing up and then walking gitu, jalan di tempat lagi. Do we start walking, talking, or
Not yet, Balpan, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were already talking and walking.
I thought as well.
Are we out?
Are we out?
Are we?
Saya mungkin sekarang
Sure.
Mas Jesse mungkin sekarang lo kayak masih di depan towernya aja mungkin kayak. Oke, terus bilang.
Okay.
Alright then. I will leave you to talk. I'm just going to go now. Terus pas lo lihat si Rictavio udah ganti disguise lagi deh. Lihat sekarang dia kelihatannya lebih kayak ke disguise, like a typical Barovian guy gitulah, yang pakai bajunya abu-abu gimana gitu.
Yeah. Before we talk, I'm gonna try to find Kafka.
Terus pas lo kayak lihat si Kafka langsung tiba-tiba pas lo keluar langsung terbang turun ke arah lu.
There you are. I was worried. I can hear you, Kafka. Where did you go?
Terus kayak dia panik. Terus dia bisik, can I talk now? Is it safe?
Yes.
Oh,
You can
God.
talk. We are among
Oh,
friends.
God.
It's okay.
Yes, I cannot hear you. What happened to you?
I do not know.
Do not
I
do
was,
that anymore. I'm scared.
I'm sorry, my boy. I'm sorry. Did you know that you have a holy symbol?
No. Wait, do I?
Yeah, apparently. Some raven thingy.
What?
That crow actually talk.
What? I don't have a holy symbol. I think I'm not. I cannot wear a holy symbol.
Yeah, maybe you can. We can try if we find it.
Ya. Terus udah kasih Rictavio.
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
This is Kafka.
Yeah, I'll go.
Anyway,
Anyway. Terus udah si itu pergi. Oke, dia kayak si Rictavio kayak ngomong ke Xavier. Yeah, don't lose hope. Okay.
I'll put my hands on his shoulder. It's been an eventful 4 days. Thank you. I guess. And be careful.
Yeah, be careful to you too. And well, let's try not to do. Let's try to give. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try our best, and then let's meet again at the tower. Terus bilang S, just please don't do anything stupid. Si S yang juga bilang,
Yes.
oh, wow, that's not fair, old man. You're the one who always do something stupid. Rictavio lah. Terus lo lihat si Rictavio akhirnya pergi. Udah gak ada yang mau tanya ke dia kan? Ya, dia pergi.
Right, capabilities. I do things with the arcane. I cast magics.
Nice.
Oh, me too.
Oh, you too?
Faster.
Ah,
I mean,
spellcasters.
you know, my brother. Well, I'm also a paladin. I just have a better combat power than him.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Does anyone know why is it necessary for that guy, the old man, to disguise himself? Like, is it not like what's the normal look in this place? Like, what does people look like here? Like, do they look like you? Do they look like me?
Definitely not like you.
Definitely not like us.
Yeah.
And is it
Perhaps a little bit like me, but maybe not the fashion.
Yeah, perhaps more like Xavier, but not the fashion as well. Well, I mean, minus the black scales on your
It's
snake,
doesn't
of course.
matter. We
Well,
will stand out either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't matter.
So the three of us pointing at myself, Bal, Fan, sama si Rafael, like, are we too peculiar roaming around this land?
You are like a
Fine.
sort dumb, but
I mean, they can tell we're not from this place, but they don't like the people here doesn't necessarily.
Unless you find it
Be hostile.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're not necessarily
can
hostile.
you
against us.
disguise yourself, Pandura? Are you also an arcane
Ye-
caster?
ye- Yeah, I am indeed. But probably not as good as you guys. But yeah, I do disguise myself. I can actually, be. I can look like someone else.
Oh, that's
in an
great.
instance for about an hour.
Oh, that's great. Well, I can make one of you be invisible, but
I can too,
yeah, that's not. But yeah, it's quite.
but perhaps when necessary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
I'm
I
just
can. Yeah.
basically invisible in the dark. So
Oh, that's great.
I guess we are different kinds of what you say
Yeah.
I
spellcaster
can use
because
hers, yeah.
this is
Yeah.
interesting. You guys look
Yeah.
powerful, So like,
Yeah,
can't wait to see you.
You also look
In dark.
powerful. Bunny guy.
Wow.
Don't
Did you
call
say
him a
bu-
bunny.
Oh wait,
Did you say
sorry.
bunny guy?
This is
No,
very offensive.
that's not a good nickname. Yeah. I'm sorry.
What is your nickname? Did you have any nickname in the Underdark? Is it just
No, not really. People call me Bandura. That's all.
Bandura?
Don't have
Okay.
a lot of friends though. People who call me by my name is they just my grandmothers. No one else really. No. Yeah.
Oh, is it because you kill them before they can say your name?
No.
Oh,
No.
that's less exciting.
You so disappointed.
I've never met anyone from the Underdark. I wonder, if it's exciting.
It is exciting. I'd love to bring you guys there, back to my hut, meet my beautiful grandmas. But yeah, you know what? Let's get going. Can't wait to meet this Strahd and well, of course,
Yeah.
find the sword beforehand. But
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's get going. I mean, it's already like 12, so if you go there,
Already
will be
on.
like 3 or 4. Jam 3 to jam 4. Take one like probably an hour in there, and then we can go back before it's dark.
Oh, right, we're going back, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to camp in the roads?
Not particularly. I was worried
Same.
about that.
Same.
Yeah.
I meant to say before everything is that I think we are all different spellcasters because I cannot like change how I look. I'm pretty transparent about who I am. So
Yeah,
Well,
it's alright.
I'm very limited on the things that I can do in a day, but I can modify my spells. Some of them.
so
I
yeah,
mean, I
I
don't
mean
think we have to worry much about our
Yeah.
appearance,
yeah, the best.
Especially you, Serbavan. You look solid.
Well, thank you. I
Okay.
mean, the best thing that I can provide is I can help us be more in tune with the nature, like
Right.
so we can live less trace or maybe without trace.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you like a druid, like the forest people, forest folk that Mr. Rictavio mentioned?
I cannot say for sure because I have not
Right,
met
you're 2 days
any.
old. Yes.
Yeah, so
Hey, we
but
can find out.
I can say that I am pretty close to nature. I'm like
You
a
are
really earthy guy.
technically made from rocks, so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that is understandable.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if there is anything I can do, I will do it. You can count on me. I am very solid about it.
Terus
I'm
lo
also an
sih
arcane. Yeah.
kata si Asmi bilang, you two are going to do this every time, aren't you?
Of
What are you
course.
talking about?
When you said you can
What are you talking about?
help us to be in tune with the nature, does that mean you can make us rock hard?
Oh dear.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
you
not
know,
for
become one with rock.
everyone, but
Raphael, you don't need his help to become, rock hard, I think. I should.
Oh
So,
That's not what I meant.
my
Are you
god. Why?
offering your help?
Oh my god. Why am the only
No, I'm
female in
not.
this group? Okay. I don't want to hear that.
Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry, sister. If you feel
That's what-
uncomfortable, we'll stop.
Oh,
I mean-
no, that's not what I
No.
meant.
Don't worry. If I really feel uncomfortable, I will just smack you in the head. But anyway, I think Xavier, you want to say something?
which head?
I'm just completing the circle. I'm just saying I'm also an arcane spellcaster. On the weaker side. So I'm just wondering, if something happened, there's only gonna be one person on the front. It's like wondering.
Right. That is a problem.
Oh, you have
yes.
me.
I also.
I can take some hit as well.
Well, I also fight fight on the front line. So,
Oh, forgot about you.
You fought. Oh right.
oh,
No.
that's ouch. That hurts.
That's
Yeah, I
kind of
don't think he
sexist,
means
you
it
know.
that way. I
Well,
think
well,
he's
no,
just
no,
very.
no.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
just being a dick here. Like it's even now. You call me a bunny.
Ah, okay. Yep,
Ah,
that's fair. I'm so sorry to call you Bunny though. I'm so sorry.
No, that's
Yeah, I
alright.
will not do that anymore.
Right. I'm pretty weak, so I don't think I can take a lot of hits, but I can blast people from far away.
All right then. So who can heal? Who can heal?
Not
I
me.
can heal.
I can stop people from dying, but I cannot do anything more than that.
Well, I can sometimes touch people the right way.
To make them rock hard.
Or
To no to reinvigorate the.
Right.
Mhm.
You can wake a person up. Make them get
Yes.
up, right?
Yep.
Make it stand up. Okay.
I can do it in multiple ways. I can speak to them really carefully and choose the words.
Yeah, like
I can
some
do
healing words, yes.
Yes, and then I can do it with touch, physical.
Healing
Cure
touch.
wounds. Cure wounds. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
cure wounds.
Mhm.
Yep.
I can even do it through the spirit.
Okay. Okay. So. Akhir Force Hall we go! Yay!
We already walking.
Ya kita sambil
Yeah,
jalan
we are
kan sambil
We've
sambil
been
jalan.
walking all
We're
this time.
walking out
we've
this.
been walking. We've been walking.
I will say ini kayak bahkan you
I think-
take like the first hour you just makes a lot of
A lot of puns.
Yep.
that kind of
I
puns.
want Kafka to just like circle above us
Yeah.
just to keep watch.
And as you try to bond with terrible puns.
May I, before you end the session,
Apa?
are you gonna end the session?
Yep.
May I, as we walk and like,
Yeah.
we're all making puns,
Yep.
I will think. Did you know them?
Ooh.
You hear laughter in your head.
Oh.
I do. This is going to be interesting.
Can they be trusted?
You can trust them for now.
Right. Of course. Right. I understand. Thank you, Azalin.
Terus lo kayak denger dia ketawa gitu. And then as you hear the voice of your patrons in your back of the head, and as all of you are marching to Argen's Force Hall, this is where we're going to end this session. Yes. Oh benernya cuma RP doang hari ini.
I mean, yes. Why are you surprised?
I don't know why I'm surprised anymore.
This is a
Bukannya
good.
kita ini ya? Bukannya kita emang udah bilang bakal kayak gini gitu ya?
Yeah, I know. Tapi gue pas, yeah, that's what you
At
told. But I think I have
At least
plans.
we leave the we left
Yeah, I
the
think
tower.
you left the tower. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have plans, but let's have it for next week. But
Yeah.
anyway, thanks guys for watching.
Bye
I need to do this properly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I guess. Yeah.
Comment, yeah.
I'm trying to be
Join.
YouTuber. I guess.
Don't be too hard.
Join the
Pardon the
community.
puns.
Ya. Ya kalau mau main D&D silahkan di deskripsi ada link buat ke server Discord kita. Silahkan situ kita banyak game tiap hari kita pasti ada game. Selalu ada game baru. Kalau mau main D&D TTRPG lain silahkan join server kita. But that's it that's it for this session. We will see you next week hopefully. Bye.
That's all, folks.
Okay, bye.